keep up with, the certain time stuff and then certain things still work. And why would you spend or waste money? I had a lawnmower before when I was at my last home. I had a lawnmower before. And, one of the neighbors came out and said, how in the world did you get that thing started? And just like this, I don't know how long that one was sitting. I guess it was just sitting out back, and, maybe somebody tried to start it up and it couldn't work. And, the grass is just, it looked like the last place I was at, it was really like a jungle. Now this place, it might have been like, you say, oh, it's a jungle. That means it's just a little teeny bit high. The last place I was at, I went back there, it was a forest back there. I said, what in the world? I didn't know, because the way I was facing, it was more like, the way that the building was made was more like for the front. And, you take out the trash in front, you do a lot of stuff in front, you don't really do nothing in the back. But it just, I'm not blaming anybody for anything, but it just kept getting higher and higher, and I didn't know about it. So one day I just decided to kind of peek out the window, and I seen it. I said, what in the world? Leaves and stuff everywhere. It was just, everything was just everywhere. I said, man, how in the world? Ain't nobody telling me. I guess because, I could be, I'm pretty much a good person, but I'm a lot of times I'm really busy, and they see my size, and they sometimes they see my demeanor. Sometimes they might hear me fussing, depending upon what it is. But I'm particularly not that person. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get a great person when you talk to them. You say hello to me, I'm gonna say hello. Sometimes I say hi to somebody, they might be on the phone, walking past or something like that, talk to somebody. I still speak. They don't speak back. I don't say, hey, why you didn't speak? They on the phone. I keep moving. But I did my part. I say hello. I walk past you and say hello, something like that. I'm a very simple, person. Very simple, very simple. And I try to treat people with respect as much as I can, and I constantly am learning how to even better that, and my responses and different things like that. Now sometimes people come across, when I'm like how somebody, when you working, they'll stop you, and you might be dripping in sweat.